Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Zorro here, and we're back with more of me and my nerdy ass friends playing Dungeons and Dragons. Now,
Woo!
yeah, woo! Oh, I love it. It just sounded so unenthusiastic.
Well, it was meant to sound enthusiastic. I
uh,
apologize.
no, you're fine. It just to me it was like woo, like
No.
oh
Buddy,
No,
we're still here. Your game is great. Stop doubting
yes.
yourself.
no. Okay.
Yeah,
All
half
right.
of us are still waking up, so.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to put the whole map in frame. It's not gonna work. Fuck it, I'm just gonna have to move it around. That's fine. Okay. Let me get the music going. Slash play. Everyone, I'm warning you now. The music is going to start in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Ooh, spookiness.
You're right.
Oh.
But no.
Yeah. As a side note, whatever is going on right now, like as we saw, uh, as we saw Malik go towards the sarcophagus, then he's going to start ritual casting detect magic.
Fantastic. Alright, so you're gonna start doing that. But
Just as a precaution, I'm going to make my eyes black and cast Eyes of the Grave.
wonderful.
Look around for anything undead within 60 feet of me.
Malik, how much dark
like
vision
the
do you
rage,
have,
I'm
sir?
joking.
I think I should have 60 feet? A question mark? Hashtag
Yeah.
werewolf superpowers? Yeah, 60 feet.
60 feet? Okay. You at first, as even your werewolf eyes adjusted to this room, you thought this was a small space. As you enter and you are now in front of this sarcophagus, you start to look around and you see the enormity of this room. And you start to see several torches throughout the entirety of the top of this room. And as the last person enters the room, the torches start to all start to light as one by one these areas get illuminated. Come on, roll 20. Boop. Oh god, fuck a 4. It's so difficult. Yerp. As the entire room becomes illuminated to you all. You
Well, this
see,
isn't ominous.
along with this enormous sarcophagus, with the top of which is slid to the side and slumped onto the floor, to where, Malik, you're currently standing in front of the golden plaque that's in front of it, with the name, the Elk King inscribed on it, along with that first thing that you read where here lies the Elk King. But now the room being illuminated, more details are revealed to you as you see what looks to be what was the imprint of a body and bandages all lining the bottom, but no corpse.
Are there any even faint traces of necrotic magic that my eyes could see?
No.
Ooh, that's
There
weird.
is no necromancy in this room at all. You see
That's
that this room has 6 statues in it, along with carvings all over the walls. Basically, from floor to ceiling, this seems to be some sort of inscribed room.
hmm, interesting.
You know, no, I do this for now. Just gonna go names only. There we go.
Now, are there like I'm assuming that with the words at each of them that there is plaques.
Yes, so the golden writing are massive plaques that are in front of these statues. Sorry,
Um,
perspective is weird.
no. This is helpful. It's actually I wish I had put a little sign and then the writing, but it's totally okay.
I couldn't
Um,
find a thing for like something to put the text on, which was annoying.
Yeah.
Mm.
no, it's okay. Um, taking a look just based off of my distance here from roughly where I am, I just want to make sure I'm actually able to see them all before I do anything. Um, I am instinctively just going, even as I've already looked in the coffin and seeing that it is completely empty of a person. Um,
Not to mention,
and
you see
I'm
how massive this sarcophagus is, by the way.
yeah, he's fucking big. Uh, I am. I'm gonna take a look, a like a greater, like an actual, like I'm going to investigate the remains of the coffin and like see if anything, other than these bandages, excuse me, are here. Like if there's maybe something else, like like runes or anything,
Give me an investigation check.
I'm just, since I'm in the midst of casting it, I'm just putting it
Yes, it'll be a little bit before that
in the
goes
game.
off.
Not the greatest.
8.
I am wise. I am not smart.
Yeah.
I have above average intelligence, but I'm not
So,
that. I'm not
I
that
will
great.
say now, everyone put yourself next to something you would like to investigate, and then I will go to you one by one.
Diana's busy casting at
Okay,
the moment.
so she's busy casting. That's fine.
Yeah, as she's casting,
I
she
just
has
noticed that the
wa-
bottom two were moving, and I was like, I'm gonna.
the the wand that she
I'm just
uses.
moving and patiently waiting
Oh, fair enough.
for my
The
turn.
wand she
Same.
has is in her mouth, and like she's constantly like puffing on it, and like the smoke is convalescing in her hand, in between her outstretched hands,
Hmm.
while she's focusing on ritual casting.
Okay.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
So with that 8, Malik, even with the low roll, you're able to see that these bandages are not normal. These are seem to be woven from some sort of spider silk, and they have enlaced in them uh, some sort of runic language that you cannot understand.
Is it a runic language that is repeating itself?
It is.
It is? Okay. Um, I am going to grab. Do I want to? I don't know. Should I do this now or not? Hmm. I mean, I am gonna take a bunch of them, and I'm gonna pull out a whatchamacallit, just a simple piece of cloth from my bag
Mm-hmm.
to just wrap them in and keep them like from my bag of holding, and just keep them together, because I mainly just, even though it is an extra dimensional space, I'm trying to ensure that I do not cross contaminate the scent
Mm-hmm.
of these bandages in case I feel I might need it later.
Okay. To give you all more context of the space you are now walking around in, it is like a piece of nature has been thrust into this dungeon. The floor is all cobblestone, and the walls are covered, besides from the runic stone, are covered in tree-like vines. But in patches in the cobblestone, there is also soft green grass. I just wasn't able to represent that.
Okay.
So not only is it this cobblestone, but like in between the cobblestone, there is fluffy and light grass, and it's all fresh scented, like the most it just rained rainforest scent you could ever imagine.
On like petrichor.
Mm-hmm. The statues are all covered in a layer of dust. So are the plaques. The coffin and the sarcophaguses as well.
Does the presence of these particular statues and their the labels on their plaques in relation to the sarcophagus of the Elk King remind me of anything that might trigger along the lines of history or religion?
If you'd like to roll a history check, you can. But the names and the statues you guys are looking at, you are all going, I don't recognize any of these. 11.
Probably not.
Yeah, dude, you're looking around, and especially the one you're in front of. The plaque reads the Angel, the second guardian.
And that doesn't ring a bell.
It does not at all.
Hmm.
Malik, with your investigation check, as you're, trying to preserve the scent of this silk seals, you move some around and you reveal more of the plaque and you wipe a bit of dust off. It says the Elk King, sealed in 580 BMF.
BMF. Before the first meteor.
Mm-hmm.
Before the meteors fell.
Before meteor fall.
Before the meteors fell.
What's the current year?
It is 2000, I believe I said.
So
It's
1420 years ago?
It's 2000 AMF. After meteor fall.
So 2500 to 80 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Man, a lot of things sure happened 2,500 years ago.
Uh-huh. Since I'm not really finding anything along the Elf King's like tomb and whatnot. After I've got the bandages, I have whatchamacallit, preserved and put away. I'm going to grab the longest bandage, intact bandage I can find.
So,
And
funny you say that.
oh, okay.
As you start to tug and pull on this bandage, you're like, oh, it'll separate eventually. You keep pulling and pulling. This is all one long, intact bandage.
The fuck? This makes no sense.
Does it seem okay? Sorry, hold on. I
Does
suppose.
that mean there's a naked mummy walking around here? No, nobody
Considering
gets my joke. Ah, fuck you all then. Eh.
no, I get, darling, I get your joke, but what's concerning me is that this came apart in one piece.
Like it was unfurled, not ripped.
Somebody literally unwrapped this man. And I have a feeling.
Well, as
out
you're
of
saying that,
curiosity. Uh-oh.
Diana, your detect magic goes off. And
As-
that
as you
and that
yeah,
silk bandage lights up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Yeah. As she finishes casting it, what happens is she slams her hands together and then like moves the smoke across her eyes. As it dissipates, she kind of blinks for a second, and she's like, "Oh, darling, that's full of magic."
I had a feeling it was.
Specifically, if I can. Hold on, Googling.
She approaches a little bit to get a better look.
I have a feeling I already have a pretty good guess that it's abjuration magic. This is definitely some type of banishment or sealing spell written very, very intricately on bandages to ensure.
Okay. Yes, you are correct. It is abjuration magic, 100%.
And it is written on here to trap or possibly seal someone in the bandages.
Diana, as you're looking around the room with your detect magic, you look down at the floor and you see something that previously was unseen. You see that the same script that is on the seal, on the bandage, is running all the way from the sarcophagus to the door, and that same writing is on the entirety of the door. And the door has a giant crack going down it. And
Is the writing a language? Or just writing, just magical scrawls?
I'm assuming no one here can read Druidic.
No.
No. Because I was going to say, it's not an available optional language. Only druids can learn it.
Exactly.
Can I at least pick up that it's Druidic at least, or like, I mean, I can do a roll for whatever.
Oh god, give me an Arcana check. 23.
23.
It is a form of druidic you haven't seen written in oh god, centuries, a millennia.
Ancient Druidic.
Very
Okay.
much. This is a language that was probably written by the first druids.
Yeah. You see Diana focus her eyes for a moment on the script, following it to the door with a crack. Says,
To where you see that bloodied body of that gnoll, or not the gnoll. What the fuck were you guys fighting? The Yanti abomination.
Well, it looks like that may have at least assisted in breaking down this door, and because this enchantment is everywhere, darling, and a form of druidic that haven't seen in a book a, in a long, long time, a millennia maybe.
Diana, are there runes either on any of the other statues or encircling them?
Uh, Diana can see all the statues from here,
Mm-hmm.
so she just looks.
So there are magic runes on each statue, but each one of them has a different set.
Is it still that same druidic?
It's still the same
Or-
druidic, yes.
Okay, but different sets and different. She points that out. She says it's the same writing, but it's different for each statue.
Then that means each of these statues is fucking still alive.
Maybe. We don't know what it says.
No, but even if it is similar enough, based on each of the names that I've read on these statues, probably different types of magic or possibly naming magic might have been used
Euphoria.
to steal these people away.
I want you to roll me an investigation check with you standing in front of the phoenix statue.
Alrighty.
Diana's going to the dragon statue that she can see with detect magic.
17. Euphoria, you take a second and you wipe away the entirety of the plaque of the phoenix. And it says, the phoenix, the fifth guardian, sealed 590 BMF.
Seems like these were some kind of guardian.
But were they guarding the Elk King? Or were they like a general of the Elk King?
Does it seem like obvious which one it is? Or is it just...
Technically, no. It's not very obvious. These plaques are very vague.
I'm not entirely certain. It doesn't really explain much further than this one here is specifically the fifth guardian of the Elk King.
Diana, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception's a 13.
13? That's enough. From the sarcophagi, other than that bandage, you see an even brighter glow coming from inside the sarcophagus.
Oh. From a specific item, perhaps, or
You don't know?
can I tell without having to look in?
You don't know.
My passive investigation is 18. by the way.
Ooh. Oh, goddamn.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
You know,
Just-
I never use any other passive skills besides fucking perception. I'm gonna start doing that. That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, just passively, Diana just notices. Just, like,
The
what's
glow
to
of this
consider?
item is different. The glow that's coming off of this item, instead of that seal gold that you're seeing everywhere, and especially on the statues and the bandage, this is a bright emerald green.
Oh, an emerald.
And when you peek into the sarcophagi, you see right next to where what you assume would have been the Elk King's head would have laid is a bright emerald green book.
Oh. A book that's enchanted with magic? I'm positively a quiver, darling. She uses Mage Hand to grab it.
Okay. And as you mage hand it over to yourself, you are not able to read what's on the cover because it's the same ancient druidic.
At least they like to do things in the same way, I suppose. But I found this, and like with the Mage Hand, shows it to those who are nearby. Like,
I'll
found
be
a
able
book.
to read it in the morning.
Hmm.
No, I'm serious. I'm a cleric. I'll be able to read it in the morning.
Comprehend languages.
Correct.
Gene. Now it's time for you to do your investigation check.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm assuming that was not supposed to be with advantage.
Not that it makes you give me advantage. For no explainable reason.
Actually, I am going to give you advantage. Want to know why?
Aye.
Because you're a sailor. And the statue you're standing in front of is a sailor's myth. You wipe away the plaque, and you instantly recognize the name from old sailor stories. The Leviathan. Sealed? The Leviathan. The Sixth Guardian. Sealed. 620 BMF. But you know that the Leviathan is a sailor's worst nightmare. The bedtime story to scare off people entering the ocean, even before the blood moon rose.
Does anybody else happen to be getting something of an old god vibe to this room?
A little bit, but I'm also getting possible hero party vibes. But at the same time, not.
I would like everyone to do a collective history check.
Collective history.
It'll depend on the number of passes and fails. 1, 2.
Oh, did that mine did not go through? Okay.
Gene, you still have advantage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just
All
waiting
right.
on Euphoria.
So, oh no, no Euphoria rolled.
I thought that was your previous investigation.
No,
No.
they have a
Oh
history
no!
check.
Oh,
right?
it just for some reason it's not loading their photo, so I'm not seeing it. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because it's an old fucking file, and like every time every time I fucking end up using Roll20, it's always been like months since the last time I actually used it. So for some reason, the fucking file corrupts, and I gotta re-upload the file.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so that's 4 passes, 1 failure. Unfortunately, Domo is the only fail. um. So as a collective history check, something starts to tickle at the back of your guys' brain. What happens to a god when they are forgotten?
They lose power.
I tap my nose and point it to you.
So if they lose power, darlings, they're easier to seal then?
Well, they do seem to be sealed at different times. So it's possible, I guess, that they were not exactly heroes, but
But
I
I've
don't know.
never
I'm not the
heard.
brains of this operation, so I don't know why I'm even throwing things out there.
I mean, it's always helpful, Euphoria. But I've never heard of a dragon other than Tyrandros being a god. The Leviathan, and correct me if I'm wrong, Gene, but based off of the sailor's legends you know, was the Leviathan ever considered the god of the sea? Or just it's the boogeyman of the sea? I've never heard of the Leviathan being a god or the phoenix.
I don't know much about the whole religious aspect that the clerics might, but the Leviathan has been called in the tales of old as a god of the sea, simply by its beastly nature.
Okay.
Gene, with that natural 20 that you rolled, I'm gonna equate that along with the history that you know. You heard a story once that the reason the continents are now separated into 4 large islands is that there was once a fight between the current god of the sea and the Leviathan, changing the landscape itself. For the record, none of you have ever heard of history being recorded before the meteor falls.
I was gonna say, like, there's two things that throw me off here. Like, the plaques at the very least say before meteor fall,
Mm-hmm.
which means that the plaques at the very least have to have been put in place like after the meteor fell, because they would, if there was a time before the meteor fell, then they wouldn't have known the meteor was coming.
And
To be
also, the,
the
the one
label
other,
says.
yeah, the other major thing is meteors brought magic to this world. So how is there magic here? No one has ever referenced magic before the meteors fell. Magic was brought to the world when the meteors fell because the goddess of space and because the goddess of magic was pissed that her no one was able to do anything with it, right? Or am I misremembering?
That is correct.
So then how the fuck is there
the goddess
druidic
of
magic?
space imbue meteors with magic to bring it to the realm.
Perhaps there are
Perhaps the
two
stories.
different. Oh,
Sorry, Jean, you first.
perhaps there is two different types of magic. The magic that the meteors we are familiar with, but perhaps there's an older magic that, as you say, hasn't been recorded. We have no way of understanding it the way we do now.
Euphoria. What is your passive perception?
Oh, probably not very high. Hold on.
Oh boy. Is it
Fucking
a...
11.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, is it at least a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, it is. It's
Euphoria,
11.
you're standing on the side of the sarcophagus where the, fucking, good damn it, there we go. Where the, fucking, god damn it, the roof of the sarcophagus actually is.
Lid.
Lid.
The
Yeah,
lid.
that thing. Words. I know words. I speak a real good English, guys. Anyway, the lid of the sarcophagi is basically next to you because of how big it is, Euphoria. And surprisingly enough, the one thing written in common is on the roof, the lid of the sarcophagi. And it reads, "The god long forgotten."
Perhaps the stories we have heard growing up about all of this magic are not as true as we have been led to believe.
I mean, it is possible that either the goddess of magic herself or the gods the current pantheon of gods as a whole erased all traces of this pantheon.
It's around this time where Jean, I remember your character's names.
Total.
It was kind of masked by the shadow of the Leviathan statue. But in the corner, you see a throne with a skeleton currently on it, wearing a bright white robe that's pulled over its face, a book on its lap, a necklace, green emerald, with a massive sapphire embedded into the core. And he seems to be holding it in a ritualistic way.
Do you think that's the guy that sealed everyone away?
Possibly. Magic like this would take years to cast in full.
Do I give you
Or-
magical pings? Go ahead.
From the necklace? More
The
abjuration
necklace,
magic.
the book. Okay.
The book is divination magic.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
No. You're good. You're good.
Second.
Like I said, it's either magic like this would take years to cast, or had to have people be constantly rotated out. to maintain it until it had gone permanent. Just like how a cleric casting the same spell over time makes holy ground. The principle is the same. It takes an entire year to do so, but magic like this would take hundreds of years, centuries even. But then again, it was 500 years before the meteors fell. So who knows? We have no recorded history of that time.
One second. When you, Gene, do you go investigate the body at all?
Oh no, I ain't stupid enough to be touching that thing. I'm likely to get cursed with it or something.
Well, I'm not saying you touched it.
Euphoria walks up.
Okay.
Wait, where is it again? Sorry.
It's
Down
in
here?
it's in this corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The
The
moment that Jean would have pointed it out, I would have started walking over to Jean.
Okay.
Same.
On the top of the book, written in common, is the Journal of Keldon Talwir.
Oh, that's a mouthful.
Does the name Keldon Talwir ring any bells to anybody?
Sorry, I forgot sorry, I left out a bit. The Journal of Keldon Talwir, the High Prophet.
A prophet.
Prophet? That explains the divination magic.
So this would be a holy man, would it?
It sure is. You can tell by his robes. The funnier part is his robes are pristine. They have a little dust on them, but they haven't rotted. They're not falling away. His skin and
There's no
his
bodily...
bones are left. Like his skin and muscle all fell away, obviously. But his clothes
But that doesn't
are
stain
intact.
his clothes?
No. His
His
clothes
are completely intact.
they're completely intact. And now that you're close to it, you hear a soft hum coming from that necklace. Especially you, Diana, with your detect magic.
Oh.
You know, I think this would look really nice in my collection. And Euphoria is gonna start grabbing the necklace.
Oh, honey, you're about to make a real bad mistake.
Euphoria, I want you to give me a wisdom saving throw as that skeleton hand shoots out and grabs your wrist. And his eyes start to glow.
Wisdom saving. Wisdom. That wasn't saving, but okay. How do I?
Saving throw should be
that's where it
above
is.
that.
Yeah. No, it's
There you go. 6.
Damn.
That's not good.
Euphoria screams and immediately throws a punch with her other hand.
Which is immediately deflected by a force field. And Euphoria,
I told you daft woman.
that skeleton hand opens, and you start to lift off the ground as you all hear a voice come out of the skeleton as he goes, "And what makes you all worthy of being in the Elk King's tomb.
I am going to very slowly walk towards the skeleton, knowing that it is now awake and sentient.
Not another step. And he starts to clench his hands, and Euphoria, you start to...
Start what?
She starts to choke.
You cut out that, so
Oh, yeah. You start choking, pretty much.
let the girl go. If you want to, if you just let Euphoria down, please.
A mortal with manners. And he's going to set Euphoria down very gently. As you start to be able to breathe again, Euphoria.
Oh goodness. What the fuck?
Now, I wouldn't recommend attacking me. That would be against your better judgment.
I was gonna say, my eye, I'm going to. I was gonna say, I don't think I was in range when I was over here, was I, to see it?
You were not.
No, I wasn't. Oh, I should have said I would have. I would have gotten. I should have pinged the ability.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though I couldn't see it, I get a. What should we call it? Where is?
Oh, would it have pinged that it was within range?
Correct.
So, funny enough, he's pinging his undead, but this is not pinging his necromancy.
Because he's a lich.
It's still necromancy.
Oh wait, yeah, it's still necromancy. He is undead, but it's not necromantic. Okay.
How?
He is
There
going
are ways.
he lifts the book off of his lap, and he stands, more floats, as his feet touch the ground. He starts to step. Now, mortals haven't been in this tomb for at least 2 millennia. Tell me, how did you find it?
Completely by accident, I assure you.
Pretty much.
That makes sense. I made sure this room was sealed to the wazoo. I did it myself.
It's also been 2,500 years since you sealed this room. And although I can still sense you are brimming with holy magic, the magic you wield is foreign to all of us.
That's because it is of the first druid. His magic was not of this world, but of another.
I gathered that as much. Now, would I be... Your robes, this magic, although druidic in nature, druids and clerics share similar origins in some ways. Are you a bit of both?
Half and half. Half druidic, half holy man. The
And I'm
combination
assuming-
of both is what is giving the form you now see. Life. It is not necromancy, but a spell I cast to keep this room safe.
Because this needs a constant source of magic in order to keep these 6 beings imprisoned.
7.
What happened to the Elk King then? He's no longer here.
Are you telling me he was... You see, even though the eye sockets are empty, you see the whole head move to the sarcophagus. Oh, of the 9 hells. He's been released.
You fell asleep on the job, friend.
I died, there's a difference.
Technically, you fell asleep on the job. Death or not, you fell asleep. You didn't notice us until we walked over here and tried to take your things from you. We've been here for almost 10 plus. We've been here for over 15 minutes. And you didn't do anything. You fell asleep on the job.
The spell
Because-
was only meant to be cast if it was looted.
I point to the fact, that the bandages were completely unwrapped, and someone lifted that sarcophagus lid that is probably close to 3,000 to 4,000 pounds.
You see him walk over. He takes a handful of the silk. The seal was broken. And
But
it was
he
opened.
didn't free himself.
No.
Someone let him out. But only him for some reason.
There are only a select few who would have known how to open this sarcophagi. Someone with knowledge so ancient it rivals my own.
Could it be one of the current gods?
Among you, do you know your history of which god was first?
Religion check?
Yes, you can all
I was
make a
gonna say-
religion check.
Religion check.
I was gonna take a guess, but all right. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you can guess if you want.
I'm gonna do a religion check, but I'm also going to guess. Never mind. I'm just going to. I am going to guess, but also be like, I'm probably know the answer.
I'd
I-
have to guess
I,
that.
I really love how the guy who should be really good at religion is not rolling great today.
Nope.
I mean, I'm the cleric here.
The cleric.
I am the cleric here.
Okay, so the other person who should be really good at religion, you know, the paladin.
The paladin. But he is a fallen angel.
You all don't know that.
I know.
Oh god.
Aren't the dragons one of the most ancient beasts?
I mean, if
There
we're going
is-
to be specific, technically 2 gods were born at the same time.
Go on.
Creation/life, and the god of death. They
Ah,
are 2 halves of the same coin.
very good. All gods followed them. Then the third was the goddess of magic. And so on and so forth were the gods created. But your friend here has a point. Among them, there was one so ancient who sprung forth the other two when they became a unified being. The god of dragons was once too. Do your history know their names?
Isn't the goddess of dragons Tiamat and the god of dragons Tyrandros?
Well,
They were once
you
together.
got one half.
Oh, I got one half.
The mother of dragons, Tiamat. The original creator of chromatic dragons. And the father of dragons, Bahamut,
Ah, yes.
were once two separate beings. But finally, Bahamut overpowered Tiamat and merged their beings into one, creating Tyrandros, which gave birth to the first two gods. You guys remember that there's another plaque in this room called the Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
did
what was
mention
doing
it
earlier.
earlier. And I was going to say, Diana was looking at it for a little bit. I mean, I did find it odd that there was a god known only as the Dragon.
That's
known
because he was the dragon. The firstborn. Well, the original firstborn. I've heard there's one in this modern age who decided to take that title.
You would be correct.
But that was untrue. There was one more before him. You okay over there, Tyr?
I'm sorry. I have been tired all day, and I do not know why. I got lots of sleep last night. I just can't wake up today.
Oh, you're good. I just noticed you. You were like kind of zoning in and out, so.
I'm listening real hardcore. I've heard everything. I'm just allowing my head to do what it does.
He did not have a name. Well, sort of. He just referred to himself as the dragon. He was a gold dragon. The only one to ever have existed. I named him Altair.
I see.
The other 5 guardians were warriors of the Elk King. The god who originally created this land was the Elk King. But that is when it was a unified continent. From what I understand, it has now changed.
Yes, we have 4 continents, each representing one of the gods of season.
Even in my death, my consciousness has been awake this whole time. One piece of it is in the locations of the other 6 seals. The last bit of myself was used to seal this room. But apparently the seal was not strong enough, and someone got in.
If your consciousness had been in this room this whole time, why weren't you aware of the apparent intruder? You seem surprised as the rest of us.
I mean, I did say he fell asleep on the job.
That is an entire different problem. I should have been made aware the second anyone stepped in this room, let
Because
alone touched me.
They didn't step in this room.
His
Somebody broke the seal on the door. Would that have weakened your alertion magic?
he is going to float over to kind of the center of the room here. And Diana, you see him grab his necklace in the same kind of way he was holding it when he was sitting. And you all feel a pulse of magic come from him. Magic that none of you have ever experienced before as it washes over you. Feeling very different from the magic you've seen Diana or or even Malik cast. And as it washes over you, those runes that you saw on the door and on the floor leading to the sarcophagus, he looks at them and you hear a ah, no. You're right. They weakened my spell by breaking it. Damn it.
It was weak enough that more than likely, you didn't sense any of us until we were right next to you.
It was weakened to the point where I was only awakened when I was touched. Sorry about
Well,
that.
they basically
By
so they
the way,
basically snipped your alarm bells. Is that what you're saying?
they sure did. Then he floats over here next to the fallen lid and this pile of rubble. Well, that's where he went. As you all now notice what he's looking at, as you see a massive hole dug in the wall where this pile of rubble has now been made.
Is the hole still viable to be climbed through?
It is.
Followed?
It looks like there was some sort of magic used to dig this tunnel. Diana, you would have known of a spell kind of that would have been able to do this. Shape Earth.
Mm.
But on a scale
Oh.
much larger than what you would have been able to cast.
Yeah. But then it does look at our undead friends. Is that magic, darling? You ever sensed something like it before? What is it?
Oh, one more time? Sorry.
She's saying, "Oh, that magic that you cast just now, darling. I haven't sensed it before. What was it?"
Yes, that is the combination of holy magic and druidic magic. It is a art long lost.
Fascinating. But it seems like our escaped friend, the king, made his way out there with impressive magics on his own, or aided.
The Elk King was a master of the earth, of shaping it in particular. He was the one who created the land, the sea, and the sky of this world.
So he used what power he had to get out of here. But not necessarily quietly, but
After so many years of being sealed, which there was a reason for, by the way,
we had a feeling.
he would have been weak. The Shape Earth spell would have been all he could have mustered.
Well, apparently he did more than just shape in the earth if he could hide the tracks from it.
Oh no, you still see the giant hole where he made his way out.
All right, we see it now, but did we see it earlier? Like, you kind of made it sound like it just appeared now, as if there was a cover or
To be
shield.
fair, I probably should have mentioned it where when Euphoria was standing in her original spot. I forgot about it.
Aye.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's been there the whole time.
But I'm real tired. We'd miss that.
I do not have a lot of time. This spell was only supposed to work for so long. Here. He is going to hand off his journal to whoever wants it.
Ooh, Malik will gladly take it.
Uh,
Unless
a
Diana
holy
has grubby
man.
hands.
No, a holy man should have a holy man's book, darling. Please.
Thank you, my dear.
He will hand it off to you. That contains as much information you could want to know about the Elk King and his guardians. He will be searching for them.
Is that what these are to him?
They are his guardians, yes. They were his creations. The first
children.
of the yes. The first of their kind. The ones where all others were spawned from.
Is there a possibility that these old guardians could have been corrupted by a different, darker magic?
It would take something incredibly powerful, but yes, they could be.
Something like this. I reach into my bag of holding and pull out that soccer ball sized hunk of nehenium.
His head tilts as he floats over to you, Malkaio. And he waves his hand over the Nehinium as another wave of that magic comes out and washes over it. The broken essence of a god. Yeah, I guess that would do. This could be manipulated in thousands of different ways. As I'm sure it has.
It's been converted into currency, and it pretty much powers our entire world since the god of the moon was killed and the world went dark.
Oh. Huh. That makes sense.
So, if by chance these guardians have been corrupted by this Nehidium magic, how much of their current being is them versus how much is that?
I I would not know. They
I
were
would
all
I would
sealed
hazard.
so long ago. After he was. You see him cast a wind spell, which clears off completely each plaque. Uh, when I read off the Phoenix, what was the number I gave?
Fifth.
Yes.
I mean, when they were sealed. It's
Oh,
590,
610, I think.
Was it 690?
I thought it said 610, but I could be misremembering.
Phoenix was 590.
590,
My bad.
okay. And the other one I gave was 680, I believe, with the Leviathan.
Leviathan 620.
620, okay. So 620,
But
590. He walks over to them one by one. The Beast King. Sealed. 480 BFM. He walks over to the dragon. The dragon. Sealed. 440 BFM. He walks over to the angel. The angel. Sealed. 220 BFM. And he walks over to the construct. The construct. Sealed. 115 BFM. And he walks over to the middle of the room where the sarcophagi is, and he wipes off the rest of the mold and the moss that was covering the plaque. The Elk King. Sealed. 58 BFM.
so it looked like whoever had done this had started taking out the Guardian before he went after the king.
Probably because they're a source of his power. Maybe.
You don't understand. I was the one who sealed them. And he kneels down and he does a 3-finger gesture, where his fingers kind of form a W, and he goes from the top of his forehead to his midsection, and then basically creates a cross with this gesture. I was the king's right hand. But that was when he was a good king. He started becoming bitter and angry. It turned him into something. The gods that came after him, he said that they broke his world, turned something beautiful ugly, and he just
Broke.
yes, and he became vindictive, evil, and he had to be stopped. So I took out the Guardians one by one, and then I sealed him here. You all hear the pain in this man's voice when he says all of this. Like he didn't want to have to do this. Understand, the Guardians, they are all benevolent creatures. they were not evil in almost any way. Not until he started to influence them. That's why the Leviathan fought the sea god and separated the continents. It's why the angel fought the celestials. All-out war basically broke out between him and the new gods. I made a choice. Because he was not going to win, and I did not want to see him dead. As you were all standing there, this room starts to shake. As you all hear, has anyone here heard the scream of an elk in real life?
Yes, it's fucking terrifying.
Nope.
That is what you hear. Boom across this room as it shakes and dust and a little bit of sediment starts to fall.
I suggest we beat a hasty retreat.
That was the Elk King. And he is not happy. If what you are telling me has happened to the world, he will be even more furious than he was back then. Please, take my journal. Find the Guardians. Find them before... And his bones fall to the floor before he can finish his sentence.
For fuck's sake, why do they always do that? Leave it off on a fucking cliffhanger.
Oh, this is ambulance.
And that's where we're gonna take 5 minutes, folks.
Oh, okay.
Mother trucker.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I suggest you look up the scream of an elk.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
It's horrifying.
Listen, there's a reason why indigenous folks have so many fucking stories surrounding the horrors they hear in the fucking woods.
Mm-hmm. It's why, whatchamacallit, in the ancient world, death whistles were a very common, thing, because it was the only
Yeah.
thing that could scare animals and any supernatural beings away. Because
Love
it basically
this.
resonated on the same frequency.
I was so happy to get to this session because we were finally getting into the meat and potatoes of everything.
You, sir, are a
Mm.
monster.
Me-
Fucking monster.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Look at that. Oh, that's a good episode so far. Me like. I was gonna say, do you have vanilla caffeine Latir?
Yes. I will go get some. I will be back. But there is a chance it could make me more sleepy.
That is also the truth.
Yeah.
Have you taken your Adderall?
Oh yeah.
Just
Oh,
being,
yeah.
just making sure.
No, no, no. It's a fair question. Yes, I took the Adderall, all 40 milligrams of it, earlier.
What have you eaten today?
Plenty.
Plenty. But what specifically did you eat?
I have had a sugar-filled beverage. I have had pepperoni and cheese breadsticks with dipping sauce. I have had a tiny bit of corn with mac and cheese and fried chicken.
Okay, so you've had I was
It's
just trying to see if
carbs
maybe
on
you.
carbs on sugar on sugar on carbs.
Yes, but he's also had
Basically,
fats. It's not as balanced as it should
Could
have
be, but
probably been, but it's enough that it's like you're not in a sugar overdose.
nor am I
oh,
in
but
a
also
sugar
carbs.
loss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Heavily
I've
processed
been
meat.
tired since before I began eating, and I haven't had that much. It's just enough. I did have a headache earlier. I might as well go take some medicine. I'll be back.
I was gonna say maybe you just need something for your brains.
Could be. Going off headset for a few minutes.
I'm the back.
Welcome back.
I got hungry.
Welcome back.
I made myself sandwiches.
I made some potato and carrot wraps with from that were smothered in the sauce from the ribs that I had. Well, then I had my ribs.
I made.
I like to do different. I've been like to do different things with my foods lately.
Mine are ham, turkey, and cheese sandwiches with sweet relish. I'm gonna find some different music. So, what do you guys think so far?
Good.
It's like the more I end up learning, the more questions I end up having.
You're just an inquisitive person, friend.
I have learned that everything I was like, dude, Kichi is gonna have like 12 billion questions for me.
Yes.
I was like, for every statement I make, he probably thinks of 3 questions, and I'm like, oh god.
Admittedly, I had a bunch of questions to the point where it's like I stopped counting how many questions I had.
Oh boy.
It's adorable. I love that you are so inquisitive, Kichi. It's an incredibly endearing quality.
It saves me asking questions.
And me.
And me.
Well, now our plot device has been turned to brittle bones, and we have to run. So,
That's fine. We can. If the amulet's still around, we just take it with us too, just in case. You never know.
Just in case.
Go with that.
Yeah, if I can I possibly nab that before we run?
I mean, well, yeah. Take his robes.
So taking that.
Take his robes.
I was also
I
going to
kind of
take
also
his robe.
want to take his robe.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're also
I
magic.
was gonna
Take
be
his
like-
robes. Take his robes.
It's fine.
No,
Like
I think we
Diana
take
will
those robes,
pick up.
guys. It might be a good idea.
Diana just like pick up the robes. As
I
they're
was
running.
going to say,
She's-
yeah. To
she's-
be
she's
fair,
ritual casting identify.
those
Oh,
robes themselves are absolutely magical. With Diana's, they are divination in particular.
Oh.
Yeah, no, even if we can't use them, we can still technically sell it for money.
They are a magic.
I'm the cleric.
They are a magic item with a description, which I will give out later.
No, like I said, I just have the mental image because I can cast identify as a ritual.
You
like
sure
Diana
can.
just like running and casting identify. Like, what?
those are
Yeah.
holy robes. There's no way you're gonna be able to sell those appropriately without them immediately being leaked into the black market or something.
Malik
Not if
wouldn't
I
even
sell
let you
them
get
to
the
holy men.
opportunity.
Technically, we
Exactly.
know what a black market is. So
Nobody would know what these robes are, so selling them would be almost impossible.
No, Malik would
You don't know how persuasive I can be.
Perfect.
I have a horn of Valhalla. I have all the persuasion I ever want.
One of the most dangerous items in all of fucking D&D.
And my god decided I had to have it.
I rolled.
God,
I've
sound
rolled
is
to see if he would
horrible on
interfere.
Fucking Firefox.
One more time.
The sound on fucking Discord for Firefox is just awful. Opera was so much better, but it clogs up my fucking computer so bad that it ends up fucking hard restarting.
I didn't want
On
to
its
say anything,
own.
but your mic quality is a little lower. I will just let you know.
I thought so, yeah.
It's not terrible. It's tolerable.
I promise it's not the actual mic, it's the programming. Because I have like a good mic.
Because you sound very distorted.
Yes,
Really?
you don't sound like not
Really?
you. Like
He
it
just
definitely
sounds
doesn't
quiet
sound
to
like.
me.
Yeah, Domo sounds very distorted. Like there's.
You guys are
me.
very tinny to me, and then on top of that, it sounds like I have one audio track playing on separate lines, but in both ears. So I'm
Yeah,
getting it's the same audio, but it sounds like two separate tracks playing at the exact same time on either side of my head from two separate devices.
It to me, it sounds like you're a lot further from your mic, which I think you are.
Oh,
it
trust
could
me,
be.
I right now I am like 2 inches away from my mic, dude.
Yeah, and
Then
it sounds like you're
does your
not that
laptop have
close.
a mic? You have a
The
laptop,
way
right? Doma?
Oh wait, you fucker.
Yep. You're you there.
Does
so
that sound any better?
Oh my God,
you sound
yes.
1,000 times
Louder.
better.
Yeah.
Hey, so I figured it out. It was using my fucking headset microphone instead of my actual fucking microphone that
Oh my
is
God.
in my face.
Yeah.
That's
I
why.
would-
Damn it! Oh.
That's
I
why
was
I'm like
going to
you experienced what I thought I had was wrong with mine
Yeah.
when you said I sounded a little funny at first.
Mm.
I was gonna say, with the way that I hear things, the two, the for lack of a better description, the two levels that my brain interprets the most when I talk on things like this is volume and clarity. I'm sure there's other things that go into that, but those are the only two things that matter in my brain that in order for me to understand people on this platform. And like up until like 30 seconds ago, I could hear Dom fairly clearly in volume, and the the clarity wasn't that bad either. But both of those things improved by about 20% with whatever you switched up.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I'd
literally
say I
just
would say
switched
more like
to
40.
Yeah, agreed. I didn't have a problem with clarity. I just had a problem with the
The
volume.
first fucking half of the video.
It happens.
Yeah, it's
like,
fine.
I mean, Discord is just it's a piece of junk sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
and-
sad to say, it really is just a piece of goddamn junk sometimes.
Yes. And then clearly it's fucking different between different fucking browsers. Because like regardless
See, I don't
of
even
how
use
my mic
Discord in a
sounds to
browser.
you guys, well, if I use the last time I tried to download the actual Discord app onto my computer, it fucking slowed it down so much. I literally had to wait 30 seconds after I fucking clicked an option.
I mean, that's probably just you don't have enough memory on your computer then. That sounds like a memory issue. I mean, Discord is a little memory hoggy as well as Chrome, but like both of them are a little memory hoggy, so sometimes that is a thing. To where if you don't properly, you know, have enough, it is just gonna bog you down real bad. But shall we get back to the story, everyone? Now that we fixed everything appropriately.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay. Let me start up the new music. Oh God.
As we run and pick up everything.
Oh God. Milk down the wrong tube.
Well, is the room we're inserting to collapse? Or
No,
is it
not
just...
at all. You don't have to run to do
Okay.
anything. It was just the sound of the scream just shook the room.
I mean, okay, as long as if the room doesn't feel like it's, you know, going anywhere or crashing, I don't think we realistically need to quote unquote run.
No, you don't need to run. He's not coming in here. He sounds like he's very far away, but that scream was terrifying.
Just as a safety precaution, just because, it's probably still intact, and I can probably learn a little bit. Since the bandage was in one giant, like it was not giant, but it was in one strand. It had not been ripped apart. I am gonna start wrapping it into like a ball before I put it into the bag of holding.
To give you context, what you're thinking the magic on this bandage was,
Mm-hmm.
you're thinking it was more this when the seal let go, it unwrapped itself. That's why it's intact.
I see. So he got free by accident.
You think by the Yanti breaking the door is probably what freed his seal.
Yep.
And
which
he
was an
threw the
accident.
lid off of the sarcophagus himself.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense.
No, that doesn't.
It does. Because, like, the whatchamacallit, the Yanti was probably pissed at something, punched the wall, trying to, in anger, or was trying to get into said room, but could not at the time.
Okay, that much makes sense, but what doesn't make sense to me is how would be breaking the seal cause the bandages that were originally wrapped all in one piece to then unwrap themselves in one piece?
Because they were part of the magical seal. They
No,
were an
I get that they're
additional layer.
part. I get that they're part of the magical seal.
Magic.
But- It that
It's magic.
the
it's
logic.
magic, cutie.
No, that
I know.
you can't
It's
magic
magic.
that away.
I mean,
Like if
yeah, you
they
can
took-
because the bandage.
No.
So, in traditional mummy wrapping, for the most part, it was done in multiple base sections. In this case, it's not. It's one singular strand of wrap. That wrap, more than likely, was tied at the end with either wax or tied together using magic. When the seal was broken, that magic came undone, and the entire bandage, which had been tight due to being magically done together, became loose and started to unravel due to the lack of tension.
Okay, even if you could wrap the brain around a bandage, magically unloosing itself, and having it all be in one piece, the body is still lying on the bandages. It cannot physically unwrap itself if it's being lied on.
Yes,
Don't worry.
but
Don't worry.
you also
Would it-
have to remember that more than likely the bandages were still on him when he pushed the lid off and then unwrapped himself.
Well,
I just
okay,
thought-
that
I
would
just- I
make
just-
more.
Okay, I just thought he turned into.
I will tell you right now, yes.
That makes more sense than just having all the bandages unwrap themselves while he's still in a cocoon.
That's not how that happened. It was more how Jay described. When the seal was loosened, the bandages themselves started to loose, and he wiggled himself out enough to push the lid
Able
off,
to move,
and then he just kind of brushed the rest off himself.
Okay,
Yep.
that makes more sense. I'll buy that.
I like
I
like
think
explaining my logic behind things, so you're fine.
I was just gonna say he didn't turn into a magical rotisserie chicken.
No.
See, that's why it wasn't getting. It's like, no, I can't see that happening.
Ancient magic's weird.
as it is. It is very weird. All right, shall we get back to things now that logic has been explained?
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting on y'all. That's up to you. What do you want to do?
Like I said,
Yeah.
I am wrapping all the bandages back up into a ball, because they are, like I said, they are still intact. They still have all of these druidic runes on them. We might be able to reuse them in the future.
Mm-hmm.
If we
Great,
like-
let's go. Room's coming down around our head. Are we
It's
going
not.
off the way we
It's-
came? I thought we were.
It's not.
Thought it was.
It's not coming down around our heads.
Just big,
It
just
was
scary
never coming
sound.
down around our heads.
Big
It
scary
was just
sound.
a scary sound.
So are we going out the way we came in, or we're going out through the hole that the Elk King left through?
Probably the way we came in, darling, just so we can inform our compatriots of what happened.
Yes.
But
We've
shouldn't we
dealt
be
with
following?
our viper problem.
But if we're doing a mystery here, shouldn't we be following the same path the Elk King went?
I have a feeling if we make it to the surface, we are more than likely going to find out that the Elk King is either in the city somewhere or on the outsides.
Well,
I'm saying we go.
given that in the city or outside the city covers the entire fucking world, that would be accurate. Yeah.
I mean, it's not the entire fucking world, but
I mean, kinda.
I'd say we take the path of the Elk King so we can find out more information about where he went, where he ended up, and where he might end up being.
if that is outside of the city walls, are all of you prepared to fight for your lives? Because that's what's going to happen.
If we do end up being outside the city walls, it doesn't mean that we necessarily need to stay out there. It's just information gathering.
I suggest we take a quick peek, darling, and if we are indeed outside, as one might imagine we might be, we just retreat to back the way we came. But at least
That
gives
makes
us
sense.
information to see if it is indeed outside, and maybe discern a direction. But, we play a little bit of, what is it? The Groundhog-esque? Pop our heads out, look around, go back.
I think
That's probably
exactly.
a smart idea.
Okay, so is that what you all want to do?
Sure.
Alright.
Yes. As we're doing this, and depending on how long it takes, Diana is going to use ritual cast Identify on the ropes to get information.
I begin leading the way down the tunnel made by the Elk King.
Alright. As you step into this tunnel, you guys start to understand the sheer size of the Elk King. As this tunnel is probably at least 30 by 30 in all directions.
That's a big boy. That's a big boy.
Uh-huh.
I could take him.
I can take him. Alright.
I love
love the
Gigantic in
confidence.
size.
I love the confidence. But alright, you guys start to travel down the tunnel. You walk for at least 25 minutes. And Diana, as you're casting Identify, it goes off about halfway down the tunnel. And these are called the Robes of the Druidic Holy Man. They give you, while you are attuned to them, they give you a +2 to your Constitution. And they give you access to 3 spells.
Ooh.
It gives you access to being able to use Revivify without a material component.
Ooh.
I like this already. We like this already.
Uh-huh.
It gives you access to greater restoration once a day.
With or without the spell component?
without the spell component.
Okay.
And it gives you mass cure wounds once a day without the spell component. Because the robe itself is a spell focus.
Nice.
And while you wear the robe, it does count as your spell focus.
Very nice.
Interesting. Okay.
Are you also going to cast Identify on the necklace?
If since we'll be walking for that long, she begins the incantation again. Absolutely.
When you cast Identify on the amulet, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on, let me look at my notes real quick. Okay. It is called the Amulet of Perseverance. What this amulet does is while you are attuned to it, you gain plus 10 to your maximum hit points.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
It gives you a plus 1 to your wisdom modifier.
Okay.
And while you are wearing it, your equipment is immune to aging.
The equipment is immune to aging, not the wearer.
Yeah. That explains the.
And that explains why he decayed, but the equipment did not.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Makes sense.
Sounds like 2 items meant for, I don't know, cleric.
I don't know. Are you sure about that?
I mean, secondary option could be 2 good items for a wizard, but seems more ideal for a cleric. I mean, I'm completely serious there. Like a wizard.
Oh, I know.
In the
I know.
absence of better gear, a
No,
wizard
look-
would love both of those.
Well,
Oh, it's immensely,
and
yes.
it's like healing's more your area focus, darling. But admittedly, when it comes to the extra vitality and things of that nature, it's tempting. I won't
To be
fight
fair,
you
it
on
is
it, darling.
Euphoria who has the necklace.
Well, yeah, not anymore. They would have had to give it to Diana to hold.
Yeah,
While
because
they're
yeah,
casting
I have
it.
to,
Yeah.
I have to touch the thing to cast identify.
Well, as long as they're willing to give it up, that's fine. I just wanted to
Do
make
you
sure.
want it?
Well, it is a very beautiful piece, but if one of you can find actual use out of it, I guess you can have it.
I mean,
That's very
Uh,
generous of you, Euphoria. We very much appreciate your
I
magnanimity.
do think it would very much go wonderfully with the color of my skin, but
I mean,
I
it does,
guess
darling. It matches your
I
outfit
guess-
perfectly.
over fashion, I guess. Function. That's the word I was looking for.
Function
over
before
fashion.
form.
Darling, if you want it, you can have it for as far as I care. I'm looking for something a little bit more potent.
If I might make a suggestion,
Hmm.
while the robes would be much befitting of our cleric here, if the powers that you say it possesses are enchanted within the robe, it also might be beneficial for another party member to be wearing this. Just in case our cleric doesn't have to bear the entire weight of the party's healing.
That is true.
I mean, I can do some healing. Some. But, I mean, Jean does make a fair point. Still, the culmination of the abilities from both pieces definitely would benefit a cleric more than anyone else.
The robes would definitely be a massive thing overall for me, especially considering I'm gaining access to greater restoration. Which one? Which is like a fifth level spell.
Mass Cure Wounds, Mass Restoration,
it
and
was
Revivify.
it was Revivify, Greater Restoration,
Oh, sorry.
and Mass Cure Wounds.
Yes.
I was close.
And like having access to Mass Cure Wounds, Revivify, and Greater Restoration, all without material components, is huge for me as a cleric.
I
So someone else could absolutely wear the necklace. Like,
What does
Yeah,
the
I
necklace do again?
Right.
huh?
What does the necklace do by itself again?
The necklace, it gives you a +1 to your wisdom modifier. It gives
Which
you
mine's
plus
already maxed.
it gives you +10
10
to your health. And it gives you so your equipment cannot degrade in any way.
Like, does anyone, by gaining a +1 to wisdom, have their wisdom overall score jump 8 points?
No, he didn't say +1 to wisdom. He said +1 to the modifier. So it's like gaining +2 wisdom, but without actually gaining +2 wisdom.
Indeed.
Oh, then that would be huge for me.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
I didn't I was sorry. I thought it was just a +1 to the score, not the modifier. My bad.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They
too,
are
so.
intended to be used as a set.
Okay.
My vote is give them both to the cleric.
Oh, I don't mind, darling. I'm already focusing on 2 magical items at the moment, and it seems to be as a set. I don't want to break up the set.
So as you guys gain entrance to the end of this tunnel, you do see it start to go up, and as he created a kind of slight staircase. Who wants to be the one to go first?
I will.
I was gonna say, typically our paladin. I have a feeling it's the. If why don't we start doing a typical marching order? That I would say that it's probably Tyr in front, me and Euphoria right behind, followed by Jean and Diana.
Diana wants to be in the middle.
Going to suggest a slightly different marching order. That since this was my idea in the first place, I'd be taking lead by about 30 feet and just snaking across to make sure there's possibly any
To be fair, they are
traps
the rogue.
or enemies ahead.
That is what rogues do.
Yeah.
That is what rogues do.
We probably need to have essentially 2 marching orders. One for when we need a scout in front, and one for when we anticipate imminent combat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
So one with Jean in front and one with me in front. Got it.
Really?
Diana looks around and says, I don't care who's in front, because you know it's not going to be me, darling. However, whoever is in front, I would ask so kindly if you could try to stay within 30 feet of us. In case you run into something foul, I may be able to assist you in overcoming.
Fair enough.
But I'm definitely not in
I
front.
believe-
You can talk it out.
I do believe that the most perceptive of us maybe should be in the back end. That way, if something tries to sneak up on us, the person who is, the most perceptive can
noticed.
Notice it, but so clearly it's not going to be me.
That would more than
Definitely
likely
not me.
that would immediately fall to me because if I start to wear that amulet, my passive perception is a 20.
So
Oh,
what I'm
wow.
hearing is
Ooh.
it should go Jean, me, this whole player has
No.
forgotten names. Malak and Diana can discuss amongst themselves, I guess, who is in order in the middle. Like, I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Followed by ending off with Malik.
So Malkael will be in with you, Jean, in the front. I'll be in the back to
I
ensure that
forgot
Diana.
whose name was whose.
It's okay, darling.
You two have very similar names.
It was unintentional.
It was.
I would assume
Malik
unless you
Malkayet.
are your parents knew each other. Planned this whole thing from the very start.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Oh, they were. I think they said something along the lines of, the fact that our parents planned it.
Yeah. Your parents planned and were friends and were like, wouldn't it be funny if our kids were like named very similarly?
And that they're gonna have to be future adventurers, and that they're totally gonna meet up together, and then confuse the fuck out of everyone they ever meet.
Mm.
I mean,
Okay.
All this were foretold by like witches. It's like your children shall meet up against each other.
So whoever is going first, I want you to give me a perception check.
That would be
Alright.
Jean.
Jean. Double
Ooh.
12s.
16
So
both
16.
side. Nice. Alright. So, Jean, you pop your head out of this massive hole as the party seems to have found themselves in a massive graveyard, which you were all told about. The graveyard of the previous war. And you seem to have come out under the bottom of a mausoleum of sorts, where the ground of this mausoleum is now this giant hole.
I don't think we want to be here.
Aye, this sounds far more dangerous, but important information.
Whatever you're saying, GA, we can't
yeah,
hear.
right. It's because I had just, yeah. So, if worse comes to worse, I can blow the horn and we run.
Jean, are you going to peek out of the mausoleum?
Do it stealthily. Do it stealthily.
Be the cat of invisibility.
Worst case scenario, I could always call for a retreat. Since we know we're in, a mausoleum of sorts, I'm going to ask our resident cleric if it's possible for them to use their sixth sense ability to find out if there's anything active without actually alerting them to our presence.
That's more me.
A little, yes, but I get where Gina's going with this. Maybe, but do what you would want to do, Malkael. You go first.
I will activate one of my 6 uses of per day, prolonged rest. of divine sense.
Ah, divine sense. How wide does that go?
Let's see, 60 feet, not behind total cover. I can detect celestials, fiends, or undead, and I know which type I am sensing, but not their identities. If they have like a specific identity.
You don't detect any of those.
Within the same radius, I also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
Oh.
I
Oh.
believe we're on consecrated ground. I remember
Yeah,
when
this
we were told
entire
about this.
graveyard would have been consecrated.
Okay.
Does my danger sense count towards anything?
The second you go outside Euphoria, your danger sense is going, I don't want to be here.
I
I'm
don't
going.
detect
Totally
anything,
appropriate.
but Euphoria feels wary.
I'm going
Your
to-
spidey sense is going off there, Euphoria.
I'm gonna take out the ball of the mummy wrappings. I'm gonna take a deep whiff in, and with the door barely cracked open after I've fully identified the scent, try and see whether or not the thing that was wrapped inside of these is as close as I fear he is.
He is very close. You can smell him. You can
I
smell
can
him
pretty-
before.
I don't even-
You can smell him. All of you can smell him before you even did that.
Okay.
You know
That's not
that
good.
same mossy forest smell you were smelling in the room? It's even stronger up here.
Oh, lovely.
And I'm gonna say you all can see this just because that's gonna be more fun. As you all peek out of the door of this mausoleum, in the distance, probably about 200-ish yards, standing at the very edge of this graveyard, just looking out across the world, you see this individual.
Slowly pulls out my mace.
Spooky.
Big is this individual?
As
It was the thing that followed
standing,
this motherfucker.
as standing, at least 25 feet tall,
And he is a god.
a
That tracks.
a staff about as big as he is. These bright white elk horns on each side of his head, wearing robes made out of hide and some other material you can't identify. A snout that sticks out of his robes. You see him just sniffing the air.
Well, then he probably knows we're here.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, no, okay. All I heard was baby girl. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that would be my boyfriend talking to her cat. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
You're good. As you see who you all perceive to be probably the Elk King.
Okay, and he's just taking a look around, sniffing around.
You see him staring directly at the moon. As that hood tilts back as he looks up at the moon, you see his eyes start to glow a deep, dark red. As you see this fury in his face. as another scream is let loose. You're going to see him start to float into the air. As he claps his hands, he disappears in a puff of green smoke.
Yeah, that's bad. That's really, really bad.
Hold on. Reading notes. We're going to rewind that a little bit. Gotta read notes first, DM. As you see him spread his hands wide like he's about to clap, along with that scream, you hear his voice come through, and you hear him yell, "Where are my guardians?" Boom! And he claps, then disappears into a puff of green smoke.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That makes
That
sense.
tracks.
That tracks.
You guys
Okay.
understood him.
Oh no, he was speaking common just then.
Oh, common it may be, but clear it was not.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's a microphone issue.
I mean, to be fair, this headset's probably not the best. I plan on getting a different mic when I can afford to.
Okay, now that we've seen him definitely leave, I'm going to close the door now. And turn around, look to everyone and be like, well, that was terrifying.
Aye, but somewhat informative.
Indeed.
Is that the guy we're going to have to seal away again?
Probably.
Fuck.
But because no one knows he exists in a sense and is worshipping him as a god, he is probably not immortal. He is probably mortal to a point.
Yeah, he's probably not as strong as he used to be.
But still strong enough that he's scary as all fuck.
Because to be
But
fair,
that
you do not know what level his high priest was.
Nope.
Oh, what'd you say, Euphoria? Sorry.
Well, the fact that we know this guy exists now gives him power?
Exactly, it sure does.
It sure does.
Yeah, being aware of a god's existence always gives them some level of power. The more people that he makes aware of his existence and that thus believe in him, at least in the way typical godhood works, just believing that he is strong will make him stronger. If people then start worshiping him because people are stupid and insane, he'll gain even more strength even more quickly.
Yes, but luckily enough, the world is very closeted right now, and word of him cannot travel.
Somehow I have a feeling he'll get around. I don't think he'll have as much problem
so-
as we would.
Something.
No. I meant him getting around. Yes, won't be a problem, but he'll only be able. He's not going to be everywhere all at once to have everyone on every continent see him. Is what I'm more so referring to. Yes, he'll gain power.
Or it'll take time.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. It'll take time, but what my point is, I don't think it'll take as much time as it would say take one of us.
Yeah.
To have the same thing happen.
Yeah.
And I will point out, let alone ancient, you don't know if there are anyone who still believe in him.
Yes. let alone know
Good
he
damn.
exists.
Yeah. Because clearly he still has power.
Enough that he was able to A, mold Earth, which is a huge level spell, and just teleport.
Yeah.
Oh, you know 100% he just cast Gate.
So he cast a spell that none of us can cast.
Mm-hmm.
It checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Checks out.
Because that's
Yeah,
supposed to be
yeah.
sealed at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But
Well,
you
sealed
do
to
know
mortals, anyway.
you do know that his magic isn't connected to Mysterious.
Oh, that's right. His
That's right.
predates her.
Yeah, so realistically, his magic isn't sealed, which could be a benefit to us.
Could.
Or a big problem.
Or a big problem. Oh,
Probably both.
Uh,
Both is probably happening.
something ominous happens. As you're holding that book in your hand, Malik, it starts to vibrate and it opens itself.
Uh-oh.
As you see the pages start to flip very rapidly as it lands on a page. The words at the top of it read, "The Phoenix."
He's already found one.
Mm.
Maybe. Or at least
It
that's what he's looking
says,
for.
"The Phoenix, the fifth guardian. The one who is meant to keep the Elk King young and powerful. When the Phoenix is sealed, the Elk King lost both his immortality and his youth. If he were to regain the use of the Phoenix, not only would he regain some of his power, but he would regain his most important feature, which is his youth."
Mm.
Yeah.
That sounds like something a witch should be doing.
Hey.
Does it in this notebook? As I continue to read about the Phoenix, does it specifically state anything about where it is sealed?
Hold on. Do. It says location, Draken Swamp.
Okay, good. So it's sealed on this continent. Bad news. We need to go and make sure that the seal isn't broken. And at best, repaired.
Darling, a swamp
As
of all
it continues
places.
on, along with the location, it says holder of the seal's key, the one of 1,000 faces.
The one of 1,000.
Does that ring a bell for any of us?
I'm contemplating whether or not it's the Mad Clown.
Nope.
God of 1,000.
Arcana, history, religion.
It's a 10.
History
It's a
or
10.
religion?
It's a 10. God is a god of reflection. The man of 1,000 faces.
Mm-mm.
I have no clue.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking it's a 10. The god of reflection. for a god of reflection would have no face of their own. They would have the face of everyone who has looked in and has seen their reflection.
That's smart.
That's why I was like, let me look at the Pantheon and see if I can have a
Well,
gander.
the man of 1,000 faces. Malik and Diana. You know of an ancient creature that goes around stealing the faces of heroes. Quinn Shinju.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Same.
The fucking face stealer from Avatar.
Mhm.
Where do you think I got it?
That's what I was
Jesus.
thinking.
I changed his name, but yes.
This also is I feel pertinent.
For copyright reasons, this is a legally distinct.
This is a legally distinct entity.
Well, darlings, it seems we know who the key holder is. We have to make sure that they're still alive without them killing us.
Well, I feel like we probably have a bigger problem to deal with as he points towards the hole. There is now a direct route from outside the walls inside to the city
Oh, sure
that
is.
no one knows about.
Quinn Shinju. I just put it in chat for you all. By the way, this was something you guys had found in the previous campaign.
Oh, I don't remember that one,
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
but it's fine.
Oh, maybe it wasn't your party. Maybe it was the party before that.
Possibly.
Because it was when the party had investigated the
no.
Lumos Mountains.
No, I remember. No, we did, and the dragon fought it for like a whole 24 hours.
Sure did.
I remember that.
Well, darlings, we can go back the way we came to make sure we inform our benefactors that the Vipers are no more, which is what we were aiming for. But on the way out, I could cast one last destructive magic to close this area.
Malik, that brings you back to the words of... Oh god, what the fuck did I name him? I know I wrote this one down. Hold on, give me a minute. Where are you? Where are you, you rat bastard?
You didn't make a handout for
Mr. Tarask, what's your first name?
Mr. Tarask.
Raziel, Raisal.
Yeah, Raziel Tarask. You
Oh, that
remember
one.
his
Okay.
words that when the Vipers were gone, they were moving back in.
That's
Uh-huh.
true.
And
that was
you
part of the
know there's going to
agreement.
be no stopping that.
Yes, but that's part of the plan. Is
Yes,
to want the Black Rose.
but
to do
now
that.
you know that this room is connected to where their hideout is going to be.
Oh, that's fine. That's an easy fix.
Do you think they might be persuasive if
I'm going to bring you guys back to the Elk King's tomb, just in case you want to continue investigating that.
if we were to suggest keeping this particular room as something of a holy place, something not to be defiled.
Well, we need to be able to get access to this room once again. That is one of the things that we are going to need to do. I believe if we ask Victor and Raziel and keep the Elk King's name out of it and referring to him as something else so that they cannot gain a picture or something along those lines, and repair this hole and repair this door, we could, in quote-unquote theory, reseal the Elk King if necessary. But, at the same time, as long as we can protect him, ensure that he does not reclaim the Phoenix, then we can kill him rather than seal him.
Danger levels aside, which do you think would be a better ending in all this? To reseal the king, or to have him killed outright?
Probably killed outright.
The only thing that I am worried about with killing the Elk King is because of the fact that they are part of the creation of this world, the ramifications of that action. Look
Is
what
there
happened
anything
when
in the
You,
book
you,
about
you
that?
probably think there is a reason he was sealed instead of killed.
I'm going to look towards the book and start seeing if there's anything about why he was sealed over killed.
I'm thinking that the guardian of this tomb had mentioned that they were once a good king before they started to become corrupted by something.
Anger. The fact that the new god started to make his world ugly was the direct quote from the high priest.
We've made it, and it was
But that
because of the separation of the continents, right?
A combination of that and it from what he was describing, the Elk King didn't like how the new gods wanted to run the world.
Oh, okay.
He viewed their influence on the world as being ugly, as it corrupting his beautiful place that he created. Starting with the fight between the Leviathan and the sea god that tore the continents apart.
Okay.
I was just wondering if there might be a way if him being part of the old gods, of the old ways, might become some form of an ally, or at least influencing us in a way towards our goals in being able to, restore the god of the
The
moon.
book does
And
not refer to him as a god, by the way.
Oh.
The book refers to him as a titan.
Oh, as a titan? And technically, if we're following along mythology, titans were first, followed by gods.
given that the context of the name, the Elk King, it's not an uncommon idea to be calling this thing a god.
Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, following the rules and logic we know about gods to a specific degree and point, as it was stated earlier, that a certain amount of fellowship or followership is required in order to maintain your power. That man casted Gate with 0 followers and only 5 people knowing they exist.
That
Well, that we
might
know
not have.
of.
That
He
we
could
know
have
of.
saw followers.
That is very true, Malkael. But like I said, Colby, as I've been slowly flipping through the book, trying to see if I've found anything about why he was sealed over being killed.
Your fears become answered as you're reading the High Priest's words as the Elk King's powers is weaved into every part of the fabric of this world.
And with him dead, it would all cease to exist.
He doesn't say that it would cease to exist, but a unfathomable apocalypse would rain down on the world. Is the direct quote that he writes in the book.
So according to the High Priest, it would be better to reseal him rather than kill him, just because he is the one that created
The
what we're
planet.
standing on,
Yes,
essentially.
pretty much, yeah.
True.
The book states he spent the latter half of what is probably 3 millennia creating this world.
So killing him is definitely out of the question. As I have a
Well, that's
strong
no fun.
sense. Yes, it's no fun, but as a general rule of thumb, then it means that the gods of now don't have the power and influence in the same capacity as he does when it comes to the earth, the sky, and the sea. But
They would have different influences over them, you'd think.
yes, they would have different influences. There is a possibility of, rather than resealing the Elk King or killing him, if we were to gain access to 9th level magic once more and fixed the corruption in the gods, and they were willing to work with us, as this is also a problem that they are not going to be happy about, because their lives are all in jeopardy.
Oh, you know for a fact that the gods probably heard his scream.
Oh gods, yes. That we might be able to siphon or steal the divinity that is within the Elk King and distribute it to the gods of now to ensure we can kill the Elk King.
Was
and
it safe for
prevent-
me to assume that you guys have been walking and talking this whole time?
Yes.
I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'd be using the map that we were given and walking back to the cigar shop.
To the boss's shop.
Yeah.
Or boss's area. Yeah.
But as I was saying, if we could siphon enough, or if we could siphon each of the aspects of this world from the Elk King into the appropriate gods and truly made them the being of that element or power instead of the Elk King, then we could, in theory, turn him into a quote-unquote mortal or divinity-less being whose domain does not exist because he has no domain, and would thus avoid the apocalyptic event that could happen if we were to kill him outright.
KT, what were you, what does that mean? You answered like me freaking typing out the name. What does that
Mm-hmm.
mean?
That's the exact translation from Chinese to English.
Oh, weird, but okay.
Yeah,
To be fair, I pulled that name out of my ass. So,
I thought you might have given the result.
yeah.
Danny hears this and says, I'm of two minds, darling. I mean, first off, talk about a wonderful bargaining chip with the gods.
Damn straight.
But there's one slight problem with that, darling. If our clown friend is to be believed, the goddess of the stars certain be trusted with such potent magics to tie her to this realm.
You've
But
lost
he
your
did-
damn mind if you think we can be trusting that funny clown man.
But no, I hear what you were saying, Diana, but I as I continue to flip through the book to see what exactly he created. Because if he created only this planet and not the stars in the sky and space around us, that he made this planet, or he made this planet himself and nothing else around it, then we don't need to give two fucks about that cunt other than curing her ass of whatever corruption.
So,
excuse me.
as you're reading through the book, the new gods were born to rule over the parts of the world he created. But
To rule. Okay.
So don't
he
you think
wasn't
that
he wasn't prepared for how these gods would want to run the parts of the world he chose to rule, or he chose them to rule.
So in essence, if I'm understanding this correctly, DM,
Mm-hmm.
each of them contains a part of the Elk King that gives them authority.
Each of them
Over
was born
their-
from him. Yes, that's what the book states.
So
So,
if
so
the-
however insignificant a piece of him it might have been, there is a piece of him in them.
which in turn goes more towards the siphoning option. There is a link between the two of them, intangible, but if amplified in one direction, the divinity of that rule or law in that specific aspect all goes towards the god and not the titan. He loses control over that and then thus becomes divinityless.
As you are all conversing and as Malik is saying this, you arrive back through the door that was made by him shaping the earth. And you immediately come face to face with another giant figure that's now standing in this room.
Oh.
Standing in front of one of the statues is what looks to be a bear folk standing in front of the Beast King statue. You see this individual currently kind of staring at the Beast King statue.
Hello, Daddy.
Yeah, very much so. That was my
As
first thought too.
he folds his arms and, without even looking at you, like he's been listening to your conversation this whole time, he goes, "There is a couple pieces of the puzzle you are missing."
And who might you be, stranger?
Or more specifically, what god are you, strange?
I am not a god, for one. I heard his call. A call I haven't heard in many, many years. As you're going to see the statue that he is standing in front of looks eerily familiar to the person standing in front of you.
Like eerily familiar or eerily similar?
Eerily similar, sorry.
I just wanted to make sure we're conveying the right message here.
Yes.
So we're facing down the Beast King.
As he looks to you all, as his eyes, his head doesn't move, but his eyes kind of shift towards you all. They didn't quite get the nose right. And look at those skinny arms. Do I look skinny to you? And he flexes a little bit.
No, Daddy?
This
Not in the slightest.
is the Beast King. Hello. I am the one known as the Beast King. The fourth god.
I think the more eminent question is, for our purposes, are you friend or foe?
That
Exactly.
depends on what you're doing. What is your goal? Are you going to strike down my king?
The better answer is... Are you with the Mad Elk King? Or are you against the Mad Elk King?
He finally turns to you. I want to restore the Elk King to what he once was.
The good version?
Our benevolent master that we once followed. The man who couldn't hurt a butterfly.
Is there a way to actually do that?
As you actually see tears for the first time coming out of the Bear King.
Okay.
Do you know? Do you personally know if there's a way to bring the Elk King back to his former self before all this, before the new gods?
We need to restore the world to what it was. Its beauty is gone. We need to regain it. I have been
Now,
trying to figure that out for centuries. I am ashamed to say I've been hiding.
I'm going to ask a simple question here. Why? What is it about this world, other than the fact that we have no fucking moon, and that the gods are divided and a little corrupted, is the problem? Like, we know that we have problems, darling. But more specifically, you've referred to the beauty of this world. Are we referencing the natural beauty of this world that has been lost to the cultivation of man as we have evolved, and that we are no longer dwelling people but have moved outside of those and become civilized,
The beauty,
and that
the beauty I refer to is not that you have developed. It is the dependence on these new gods and their silly form of magic that has tainted the beauty of this world.
So you want this world to...
People used to rely on their own hands to build things.
people still rely on their own hands to build things. You act as if every being in this entire world can use magic. That is not the case. At best, 60% of the population can use magic by themselves. If we are talking about people who are using magical items, that percentage probably increases. But
Whistles innocently.
magic is something people can learn, yes, and in most cases is inherited or given to them by divinity. In the case of myself,
Magic
but
was supposed to be a tool. Instead, it became a crutch. And that is what we must...
In what way is magic a crutch? We are still evolving as a species. Yes, magic is a tool that should be used. But we have advanced and merged magic and technology together in this day and age. Partially and mostly out of necessity, due to the fact that the gods...
Gene?
No, I can start to see a bit of what you're talking about there. It as far as using magic as a crutch, when it becomes so integral in the life of your everyday society that removing it, you go back, say, 1,000 years previously. It's one thing to be using it as a tool. It's another thing to be relying on it too much that you lose your natural senses. You lose your... Humanity, such as it is, needs to learn to evolve without using magic as we've known it.
So think about what's happened over the past 2 years since the fall of the moon. And Malik might not have realized this because of his own worries. But look at the dependence that the people have on Nehinium.
Yes, which I was referring to with the fact that magic and technology have mixed.
Yes.
Because the use of Nehinium is the combination of both magic and technology, completely and utterly perverted because of what Nehinium is.
Mm-hmm.
But in a society where magic exists, this is the natural part of the evolution or magic and technology meet. Yes, where we are is wrong and corrupted, but if we fix that problem, then we don't necessarily lose the ability to that of reliance. We readapt to the way it should have been before the moon fell. That
The Bear
especially
King.
Go ahead.
The Bear King kind of lifts up a paw, and he points to Malik, and he's going to point to Diana. You two, step forward, and I will show you what I mean.
Very well, darling, I suppose. And Diana takes a step forward.
As does Malik.
He's going to take, where you guys took a few steps, he is going to take one giant step towards you. And he kneels in front of you because he's tall. He kind of has to
I
get
was gonna say,
down.
is he like 20 feet tall, like the Elk King?
He's not that big. He's probably around 9 feet.
Okay, so he's still towering over
Still
me.
tall.
Yeah, he's still tall.
Still
So
a tall king.
so he kneels, and he is going to very much Avatar-esque in like he's going to take 2 claws in each of your hand in his hands, and he presses it to your foreheads. I am going to grant upon you actual magic. The magic that the Elk King was going to grant upon the world when he thought they were ready. Not this fake magic that Mysteria introduced to this land. And he starts to make these runic symbols in front of you. And when he finishes, he pushes the symbols into both of your chests. And you guys feel your connection to what is the current weave snap. And then these symbols take your place upon your soul. And for the first time, both of you feel like you breathe fresh air. And your minds become clearer than they ever have been in your entire adult lives. You feel not only connected to the Beast King who stands in front of you, but you now feel the true form of magic flowing through you. Nature's magic. The true form of the weave that was supposed to be brought to this world. It feels night and day in power to what you had just felt before.
Well, that's a jolt to the senses.
Telling me.
Malik, your connection to Zadar feels like it's been magnified by 1,000.
Ooh.
You feel like you could summon him here if you felt like it. Diana, you start to weave symbols you don't remember knowing. As these strands of pure weave appear on your fingertips as you're starting to mold this new type of magic.
Oh,
as
she's
Diana,
taking a big wand, she draws
the
it with.
restrictions you once had, you feel are no more. You feel like once you've become strong enough, you can cast whatever magic you please.
Like I said, she's drawing the symbols in the air in smoke with the end of her wand.
Mm.
That tracks.
Oh, I can get used to this feeling, darling.
He changed his magic in you, didn't he?
He did.
I only
finished
brought upon them what should have been given to them in the first place. I might be called the Beast King, but in that book you hold, it will tell of the story of how I created magic. I am the weave. It is me, and I am it. As he stands back up in front of all of you to help you guys move forward, I would gladly grant the same thing I just granted them if you are capable of using magic.
I'd highly recommend it, darlings. It's very tempting. It's very good.
Well, I may not be, what are you magic types with your balance and the weave and all that. I'd like to think I'm a pretty good judge of character. And I think we should be trusting this one.
See, you claim you have no magical ability. But what do you think created your kind, young kitty cat? All of my creations hold magic within them. The tabaxi were among them. One of my favorites, in fact. Only second to the Aarakocra.
Not really liking this one.
He walks forward. Euphoria and Jean, he is going to put a hand on the side of each of your faces. And he is going to do to you two what he just did to Diana and Malik. As he pushes this new weave into you guys and forces the old weave out. As your minds become just as clear as your companions. You feel like you're all breathing new, fresher air. Like you're breathing in nature for the first time. Jean, when you take in this new air, it's like you're smelling the ocean. Euphoria, when you take in this new form. Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
Jean's just like, guys, I'm tripping balls.
It seems like somebody put catnip in the infuser.
Euphoria, the magic that fuels your barbarian rage. Who do you think created that rage? As the Beast King flows that magic into you.
One sec, babe. Um, are you like asking? Is the character asking Euphoria in character? What do you think made you rage?
That was God basically saying, the Beast King created the barbarian rage, and that's what fuels barbarians.
Okay.
Along with what's your other half? What are your other levels?
Bard of Eloquence.
Oh, okay. Uh, uh, basically, your connection to all things music become even more clear. And the magic that flowed through music was created by him as you see a pan flute attached to his belt. And
Wow,
that
I don't think I've
leaves.
ever. I don't think I've ever heard things so clearly before.
Music was one of my favorite pastimes. Particularly the pan flute. I always found it tranquil.
I'm personally a big fan of a heavy drum.
And last, but not least, he is going to turn towards Malkael. I can
I
sense.
stare him down, stone faced.
I can sense that you are also partnered with something else other than the divine. But they are also a part of my magic. And he, if you let him, he's going to put a hand on your chest, Malkael.
I don't move, but I'm staring up at him, which is unusual for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, I am what I am. Nothing can change that.
And as the magic from his paw flows into your chest, Malkael,
Mm-hmm.
your divine power, along with your patron pact, becomes even stronger.
Okay.
As you also feel like you can now summon your patron anytime you feel. Like your connection to them is now 1,000 times stronger. As you also feel like you're breathing fresh air for the first time. As all of you have now been separated from Mysteria's weave and have now been connected to the Elk King's weave, the true magic. And that,
in mind, because I know what you're about to say, I would like to try one thing before what you're about to say happens.
okay.
Because our connection to the natural order of the world has shifted,
Mm-hmm.
Malik is going to attempt something he has not attempted in 2.5 years.
Go ahead.
He is going to attempt to try and turn back into his human form.
As you concentrate within yourself, Malik, you hear a voice within you say, "I'll miss you, friend," as you revert back to your human form.
Holy shit.
As your powers are no longer just connected to the moon. And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Yeah.
We
That was cool, Dad.
Good session.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I told you I was excited for this one. But for those on the YouTube side, this is where I'm going to stop the recording. If you are enjoying what you're seeing so far, hit that like button, smash that notification bell for more, and please subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.